Good morning, dear students. Today I am going to teach about the inverse Laplace transform. So in the previous videos I discussed with you about the Laplace transform. So today we are going to discuss about the inverse Laplace transform, that how we can find the inverse Laplace transform. In short, you say inverse LP. So dear students, if you remember that we were saying that if L of ft is equal to Fs, then here we are saying that L inverse of Fs equal to Ft. Okay. Just you computed when you have a function of t, you apply this Laplace transform, you were getting the answer in another variable s. So today what we have to do, we were having the function of s, and when we take inverse Ft, then we get the answer in function of t. So that's why we are saying Ft is cardinal inverse Ft of Fs. Again, just I told you there were 7 formulas to solve the Laplace transform. So in this also, dear students, there are some important formulae which we have to make use in solving the problems. So if you look at the first formula, formulas are same. If you remember the formula of Laplace transform, then we can find the inverse LP also easily. Okay. So dear students, you know very well that we were saying that L of 1 is 1 by s. Okay. So L inverse of 1 by s will be 1. L inverse of 1 by s will be 1. You are saying that L of t ki power n equal to either n factorial by s n plus 1, or what you say, gamma n plus 1 by s ki power n plus 1. So that's why we are having again two formula. L inverse of 1 by s ki power n plus 1 is t k n by n factorial. N factorial we take this side, and if you make use of this formula, then we were having t ki power n by gamma n plus 1. That's why there are two formulas for L inverse of 1 by s n plus 1. If n is a natural number, then we use this formula, t to the power n by n factorial, and if n greater than minus 1 is any real number, then we use this formula, t to the power n by gamma n plus 1. That's why I am writing this n greater than minus 1 is any real. Okay. So these are two formulas. Next, come to next formula. We know L of EKT is 1 by s minus a. That's why we can say that L inverse of 1 by s minus a equal to e to the power at. And we know L of sin at is a by s square plus a square. So if we take inverse L of 1 by s square plus a square, so a comes to this side. That's why formula is 1 by a sin at. Similarly, you know L of cos at was s by s square plus a square. That's why L inverse of this s by s square plus a square is cos at. So dear students, we remember that when you are writing the formula of this sine, we were dividing by a, and here it is cos at, because we were having s by s square plus a square in the right side. Similarly, you know L of sin at or sin hyperbolic at is a by s square minus a square. That's why we can say that L inverse of 1 by s square minus a square. 1 by s square minus a square is again 1 by a sin at. L inverse of s by s square minus a square is cos at. Dear students, there are two important formulas. In the Laplace transform, we discuss about the first shifting property. So according to that first shifting property, we can write this L inverse of 1 by, look at this, it is s minus a instead of s. So we multiply by e to the power 80 in the right side. Otherwise, you are making use of, just like you look at this L inverse of 1 by s minus a square plus b square. So forget about this a for a moment. Then we were having the form 1 by s square plus b square. So its formula is, if you look at this, 1 upon s square plus b square, 1 by b sin bt. So 1 upon b sin bt. E to the power 80 due to the first shifting property, because s is s minus a. Similarly, you can use this formula L inverse of s minus a by s minus a square plus b square. So it is e to the power 80 cos bt. So e to the power 80 cos bt. So using these formulas, I am taking one question, just like we have to find the inverse LP of 1 by s cos 1 by s. So in this case, dear students, what you do, you open the formula of, or you apply the series of this cos 1 by s. We know that cos 1 by s is 1 minus 1 by 2 factorial x square plus 1 by 4 factorial x to 4 minus up to so. Because we know this formula by Maclaurin series or Taylor series, cos x equal to 1 minus x square by 2 factorial x to 4 by 4 factorial to so on. It is the expansion of cos x. So we put the value of cos 1 by s here. So what we get, L inverse of 1 by s, value of cos 1 by s is 1 minus 1 by 2 factorial s square 1 by 4 factorial sp4 minus up to so. So we multiply 1 by s to each term. So we get 1 into 1 by s is 1 by s. Okay. Then 1 by 2 factorial s cube, 1 by 4 factorial sp5 up to so. So if you simplify it, what you get? L inverse of 1 by s minus 1 by 2 factorial. Again, it is the linearity of inverse Laplace transform. L inverse of 1 by s cube, 1 by 4 factorial, L inverse of 1 by s cube or 5 up to so. So now make use of the formula. L inverse of 1 by s. Look at here. L inverse of 1 by s is 1. So we write there 1. Then L inverse of 1 by s cube. So we apply this formula. S cube, here L is equal to 2, which is a natural number. So we write t square by 2 factorial. T square by 2 factorial. Similarly, 1 upon st5 is t4 by 4 factorial and up to so. So in the last, it is 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So we make it 2 factorial square. It is 4 factorial, it is 4 factorial. So make it 4 factorial square. So its final answer is 1 minus t square by 2 factorial square, t4 by 4 factorial square up to so. Okay. So dear students, there are many ways to find the inverse Laplace transform. This was the first method which I discussed in that particular question, that directly we can apply the formula or we can find the inverse Laplace transform of a function. So there are many ways. Next I am going to discuss about the next method, which is method of partial fractions. So how we can find by method of partial fractions inverse LT of a given function. Okay. So I am taking one more question, question number 2. Just like you have to find inverse LT of 1 upon s square minus 6s plus 10. L inverse of 1 upon s square minus 6s plus 10. So dear students, what we do, we make partial fraction of this. Okay. So if you look at this, is it possible to make partial fraction? It is not possible to make partial fraction. So we make it the complete square. We can write it as s square minus 6s plus 10. So to make it complete square, we look at the coefficient of s, it is 6. We divide it by 2. Coefficient of s is 6. We divide it by 2. So what we are getting? 3. Then we make square of this 3. That is 9. So we add and subtract. We add and subtract. In this, we cannot make use of partial fraction because factors are not possible. If factors are possible, then we can use the partial fraction. So we are completing the square. Method is that take the coefficient of s, that is 6, or you say minus 6. Make half of this 6, that is 3. Then take the square of this 3. 3 square 9. So we add and subtract this term. So these two terms plus this term, it will give you L inverse of 1 by s square minus 6s plus 9, and 10 minus 9 is 1. So now it is the complete square. 1 upon, it is s minus 3 square and plus 1. Because if you look at this, it is the s minus 3 whole square. Okay. So dear students, now apply the formula. It is 1 by s square plus 1. So if you look at 1 by s square plus 1, so formula is sin t. And because s is s minus 3, so what do? We multiply by e to the power 3t. We are applying the formula number 8 from the video. Okay. Clear? So it is e to the power 3t sin t. So it is the final answer. Okay. So now come to the next part. I am taking this next question. You have to find L inverse of 1 upon s square plus s minus 2, s square plus s minus 2 upon s into s plus 3 into s minus 2. S square plus s minus 2 upon s into s plus 3 into s minus 2. So dear students, now I am going to explain how using method of partial fractions we can find the inverse LT. So look at this part, whose inverse LT we have to find. So what we do, we make the partial fractions. So for this what we do, let L s square plus s minus 2 upon s plus 3 s minus 2 is equal to. So dear students, now look at these three values. All these three are linear. Linear means to say all are having power 1. So in such case, if you have to make partial fraction, what we do, we write it as a upon s first term plus b upon s plus 3 plus c upon s minus 2. So when we take the LCM, both sides this LCM cancels. So what we get, therefore numerator was s square plus s minus 2. So we write s square plus s minus 2 equal to a into s plus 3 into s minus 2 plus b into, because LCM was the product of these three terms, s was there, so product of these two will be multiplied by a. Then b upon is s plus 3, so s into s minus 2, s into s minus 2 plus c into s plus 3, c into s plus 3. So next what we have to do, we have to find the values of these a, b and c, and then we put here, and then we put this value here, and then we find the inverse Laplace transform. So dear students, to find the value of a, b, c, what we do, look at these three values, s plus 3, s minus 2. So put 1 by 1 0 each term. So first of all we are putting s equal to 0. So we are putting s equal to 0. So what we get, this term becomes 0, this term becomes 0, we are having only this term, and in the left side also we are getting 0 plus 0 minus 2. Minus 2 is equal to a into 3 into minus 2. So minus 2 cancel. So what we get, a equal to 1 upon 3. Then we put s plus 3 equal to 0. Put s plus 3 equal to 0. This is we use in case of linear factors. Okay. So it implies s is equal to minus 3. So after putting s plus 3 equal to 0, these two terms again become 0 because s plus 3 is there, s plus 3 is there. So we put here s equal to minus 3. So what do we get? 9 minus 3 minus 2. In the left side, minus 3 square minus 3 minus 2 is equal to 0, 0, and here we put b into minus 3 into minus 2 minus 5. Okay, so what do we get? 9 minus 5, 4 equal to 15b. So what do we get? B equal to 4 by 15. So it is the second value. And dear students, to find the value of c, what do we do? We put s equal to 2 now. So we put first s minus 2 equal to 0. So from here what do we get? S equal to 2. So when we put s equal to 2, therefore here we put 4 plus 2 minus 2 is equal to this one 0, this one 0. So here we put 2 in c into 2 into 5. So 2 cancel, 2 2 are 4. So c is equal to 2 is there, 5 is there. So it is 2 by 5. So this is the third value. So we get the values of a, b and c. So we put here a, b and c. So value of this expression is this. Therefore L inverse of the given value, that is s square plus s minus 2 upon s into s plus 3 into s minus 2 is equal to L inverse of is of these terms. Value of a is 1 by 3, so it is 1 by 3s plus L inverse of, it is b by s plus 3. So b is what? 4 by 15. So 4 by 15 into s plus 3 plus L inverse of c by s minus 2. C is 2 by 5, so 2 by 5 into s minus 2. So it is 1 by 3. L inverse of 1 by s. We take 1 by 3 outside. 4 by 15. L inverse of 1 upon s plus 3 and 2 by 5 L inverse of 1 by s minus 2. So we take the constants outside. So now you know From those 9 formulas, L inverse of 1 by x is 1, so it is 1. It is 1 by x plus 3, so it is 4 by 50, e to the power minus 3t, and it is 2 by 5, e to the power 2t. So dear students, you get this answer. Okay. So in this way, what we can do, we can find the inverse Laplace transform by making use of partial fractions. So dear students, always we have to separate the terms. Till then we are not getting separate the terms, we cannot find the inverse Laplace transform. Okay. So I think you got these two methods. One was the direct evaluation, means to say by applying the direct formula, and second one was the by making use of partial fractions. So dear students, try problems of these two types at your home. Thank you.